Hey, what's up guys? Sean back with another video, and I think the most common thing that I've been wondering at least is when's Dr. Now going to be done with this show? Because he's in season 11, he's not getting any younger, and while I friggin' love the guy, I think he's awesome, I just don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do this show. But, I mean, I hope he does it for friggin' ever, but obviously they got to bring in a new doctor at some point. So I haven't seen anything from the new season unless I've seen some clips or something. I really don't watch this show in my free time, and anytime I do, I'm friggin' recording it for you guys because I friggin' lived it. Like, I don't have to watch it. I lived it. So, savage moments from season 11, because I don't know, he's probably pretty sick of people at this point. At least I would be. I'm friggin' jaded anyway.
That you're living with your weight right now, you're rolling the dice that any day something happens, that will be too much for your body. It will be the final straw, and then next thing you know, you won't pull through.
Dr. Now is a firm believer in tough love, and he hasn't changed his ways during the latest season of My 600 Pound Life. Season 11 features plenty of great
Oh, I've seen her. She's the butt cracks and bacon lady. Okay.
Stories, but just about every patient ran into some hiccup along the way, and Dr. Now did not hesitate to put these folks back in their place. So subscribe if you haven't already, click that bell, and let's dive right into it.
Just stay right there.
Look, none of you will realize how big that little step is until you're 600 pounds. Because I definitely held on to that wall too. It's hard. You can't step up on anything. So that's not shocking to me that she's struggling with like that tall. That's what she said.
I'm hurting.
All right, your weight is 632.
This is Latonya's first weigh-in for this episode, but this isn't her first trip to Dr. Now's. She met up with the doctor before, but this time she's serious about trying to lose all that weight.
I'm not too happy with that, but it could have been worse. At least it's not something more extreme.
632 is pretty damn extreme. I mean, but I went to a bariatric surgeon when I was, it's probably like 9 years ago at this point, and I didn't follow through. So I can get with her on that. Sometimes you're just not ready. I wish I would have done it at that point. I was 509 there. So in the matter of, let's say, what was it? About 7 years, I gained 94 pounds. Yeah, no, 96.
But I know I'm heavier than I was last time I was here.
And she's put on weight since her last visit, so I'm sure Dr. Now will have something to say about that.
That you came in 5 years ago when you were 482 pounds, and now you're 631 pounds.
Oh wow, that is a huge gain, especially...
Damn, look at that filter though. Tell me that's not catfishing the hell out of somebody. I wouldn't guess that 632, would you? She got the fat girl oh man, I used to abuse those friggin' angles.
Since it's only been 5 years.
Well, you came here before, and you were given a chance to make those changes, and in the past 5 years, you haven't made those changes. What is different today? Tell me.
Yeah, Dr. Now is not letting Latonya forget about her earlier failures, nor should he.
Are you hungry in the morning?
Isn't everybody hungry in the morning? But it takes a lot of friggin' effort, right? She obviously let totally go, so I don't know how she went to a weight loss surgeon and then just decided, screw it, I'm going that much deeper. If she put it on that quick, that's what, like 30, 40 pounds a year? So she was really getting after it, man. She must have had like Cheesecake Factory on speed dial.
No, sir.
But if you're not hungry, you don't have to eat.
But the doctor told me that if I don't eat, then my metabolism is high or low or something like that.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Everybody gonna confuse you, but you should never get confused about one thing: eat less.
Yes.
Bruh, fat people love to blame our metabolism. Like, it's so easy. You're like, oh man, something's wrong with my metabolism. I said that when I was a kid. I was like, yeah man, I got a slow metabolism. That was bullshit, man. I was just eating way too friggin' much and only drinking soda.
Okay, there's no confusion with that.
Oh man, the second I heard her trying to justify all the food she's eating, I just knew Dr. Now wasn't gonna let that fly. Also, Latonya, what doctor could you possibly be talking to that told you eating that much for breakfast was a good idea?
So how much?
Bro, I think her metabolism's pretty good if she's eating a whole damn box of Eggos for breakfast. Her metabolism was doing its thing that she only gained that much.
Which weight do you think I would have to lose before you approve me for surgery?
Well, I'm gonna give you a month. And I want you to lose at least 40 to 50 pounds in 1 month. So if you stick to the diet I gave you, that shouldn't be a problem for you. You think you can do that?
I can do it.
Okay, the challenge has been set. Let's see if Latonya can actually lose the weight this time around.
I'm tired. Just to tell you the truth, like, if it wasn't for you, I really don't even think I'd be fighting this hard. I was like,
I mean, I was kind of excited. I saw her lifting weights, doing all that. She was trying, but at the same time, she's already complaining she's tired, and she's at the start of this thing. Also, I was saying 80 pounds for 2 months, not 1. So I was right with Dr. Now on that.
I don't even care if I get up in the morning.
Latonya does not seem to be in the best of spirits as she pulls up for her follow-up appointment.
A month ago, my weight was 631. And Dr. Now gave me a goal of losing 40 pounds by today. So my hope is that I'm at least down to 551 today.
Really? Oh, shit. Also, I think if they come in there with a wheelchair, you should weigh them in the wheelchair. That would be one way to get them to walk more. I mean, because you'll really use whatever excuse to get out of physical, like, exercise or anything at that point. Anything physical. You'll find a way not to do it.
636.
Apparently, second time is not the charm. Latonya is still in the chair and she put on the weight. I don't need to tell you that Dr. Now is not gonna like this.
And
So where did you paint?
right here in my leg. And it's really, really light.
In your leg?
Yes. It ain't never been this big. It
a
get
box of
big,
Eggos.
Dr. Now, but like,
All right.
Oh, that chuckle tells me he's not buying the blood clot theory.
You came here last time. We gave you exercises to follow with physical therapy to help you start getting out of your chair. And you didn't do that. And you were supposed to lose 40.
Bro, shut up and tell me is this the same chick with that damn filter? Am I tripping? Was that I don't know. Maybe I'm already mixing up ladies. I don't know. We're only 3 minutes in and I think I'm losing my mind.
Pounds over the last one. But instead, you gained weight. And instead of waking up to things, you're deflecting the situation by saying, you having pain. Yeah, you should have pain because you are 636 pounds. And you're worse off more than ever now because you're lying so much to yourself you believe that you lie.
Oh my god. Well, I think the bit in her leg is now her secondary concern because that has got to hurt. Dr. Now did not hold back at all, and honestly, who can blame him?
Now you can.
I mean, I like the tough love thing, but you'll make up excuses at that size. It's just how you operate. A lot of people will make up excuses about their weight. When you finally decide you're going to do something about it, you'll know the people that want to do that because you won't hear any excuses. They'll tell you if they effed up. And they're not going to be talking about a blood clot, some water, nothing like that.
Step up.
I'm a little nervous because it's been a long time since I went and weighed myself.
Your weight is 684.
Damn.
Oof, Gino's first weigh-in is well over 600 pounds, so you know Dr. Now is going to make him work pretty hard before he can qualify for surgery.
We've all been noticing it, but I've noticed it a lot coming down here that he couldn't even take this ride, and I thought it was fine. He hides a lot of it.
You can't honestly say that someone.
You ain't hiding 684 pounds, but also, sitting in a car is kind of rough. He's lucky his ankles looked as good as they do, because usually those things swell up on you real quick.
Who's almost 700 pounds is hiding how bad off their weight problem is. So this is something you tell yourself to justify enabling him.
Right there, Dr. Now identifies the enablers, but he's not done with the family quite yet.
And I want to lose weight with him, and I'll be at his door pushing him.
Okay, so, I'm going to give you 1 month. If you stick to a healthy eating habit and the instruction I'm going to give you, you're going to...
Here's the thing, though, right? They're both sitting in the wide boy chairs. If you walk into a weight loss doctor, you will notice there's extra friggin' wide chairs, man. And they're both in it, and they're both taking up the whole width. So you can see the regular chairs on the side, and then you see the big wide boys, and they are filling up every bit of that. So I would say that brother is probably close to like 550.
be able to lose 60 pounds easily. Okay?
Okay, so Gino now has to lose 60 pounds in a month, and his cousin Nico is going to be helping him along on the adventure. These two have been enabling each other for a long time, so hopefully they can both break their bad habits together.
The trip back here wasn't as bad as the first time, so I'm just hoping I made enough progress to be at my goal. And Nico is feeling good about his progress, and is thinking he may want to do Dr. Now's program too. So I'm hoping Dr. Now lets him do that.
Let's go, baby. Time to weigh it in.
The two cousins are back in Houston, and that's actually really encouraging. Gino appears to be optimistic about his weigh-in, and Nico is so motivated that he wants to join the program as well.
At my first appointment, Dr. Now told me to lose 60 pounds in 1 month.
He didn't lose 60 pounds. I can tell you that right now.
So if I did that, I'd be down to 624 today.
You want to step up on the scale?
Yeah.
Your weight is 629.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, not bad, Gino. That confidence was justified.
That's it.
That's a hell of a lot better than I thought. I didn't think he'd lost that much. So he's carrying it better than I did. Because if I lost like close to 60 pounds, I think you would have been able to notice.
A bit shy of your goal, but not bad. So I'm happy with that. So the next step is for you to move to Houston. And if you do that and you keep losing more weight during that, then I'll approve you for weight loss surgery.
Cool. Okay, that's gotta be good to hear. Even though it wasn't the full 60, Gino is now one step closer to getting that coveted weight loss surgery.
But don't think because you work hard for a month, you can slack off and stop making progress.
Of course.
And this is not the 1 month victory lap for you.
Right.
That's a very important warning right there. It's easy to slack off when you're moving, and Gino can't afford to backtrack.
I'm a little nervous because it's been a long time since we've been here.
Damn. Welcome to Dr. Now's BBW car dealership. Forget BMW. It does look like a car dealership, man. I haven't been able to not see that since somebody said it in the comments. But a lot of people will like start off hot and then they'll be like, oh, I have to keep this up, and they'll kind of falter. I did that too with yo-yo diet, up and down.
Only took 5 months. I really hope that we have the progress we need to get approved for the surgery.
The moving process didn't go too smoothly for these two, so they're a few months late to their follow-up appointment, and we know Dr. Now isn't gonna like that.
I was at 629 the last time I was here, and Dr. Now said I need to at least lose 50 pounds a month. But I don't think he meant for that to be for 4 months. Because that would mean I would need to have lost another 200 pounds to get down to 429. And I think I did good, but not that good.
70 pounds is nothing to shake a stick at. That's close to 20 pounds a month or whatever. No, because this is like 3 more months. He's doing not that bad. But Dr. Now is like no nonsense dude. My surgeon would have been friggin' ecstatic with that.
Okay. I thought I was gonna be unhappy. Could have been worse.
I agree, 200 pounds is a little ridiculous, but it should have been more than 70.
Nico was supposed to lose about 25 pounds a month, so that would mean he'd have to lose 100 pounds. But like for me, I don't think Dr. Now meant for either of us to have lost that much each month for this long. So hopefully Nico has enough weight loss.
Bruh. So he's not trying nearly as much, because he could have lost the 25 if he was like on fire. The other guy lost 70, whatever. He should have lost like 40, doing like pretty good. So I mean, he's really been kind of effing it up. But he should have a scale that weighs him at home too, because that's not that high that scales don't go there yet.
Really not.
Oh no, Nico didn't even reach his 1 month goal, never mind 4 months.
It is now 4 months later, and you have been losing 18 to 19 pounds a month instead of 50. And Nico, you have been losing 4 to...
Look at that shocked look on his face. You know what you did, buddy. Come on. I didn't realize that was like 4 months later and he didn't reach the 1 month goal. Yeah, he effed up big time. Other dude tried at least.
5 pounds a month instead of 25. So what's the point of moving down here if you're not going to do what you need?
That's fair.
Dr. Now acknowledges that these two were doing well before, so maybe that's just why he's going easy on them here. Still, you never want to get that "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed" speech from Dr. Now.
So Nico, what's going on with you? You did a lot worse with your weight loss. So what happened to you?
I know. Honestly, I'm disgusted with it. I lost my focus a little. I know coming.
You're just starting. You shouldn't have lost any focus. And the "I'm disappointed" is the worst thing you can ever hear from anyone. That just like, I'll lose weight to spite you. Like, if you tell me I can't do something, I'll do it to spite you. You tell me I can't touch an electric fence, I'm touching that damn thing. That's just how I am. But there's no right way to do this. Find what drives you and do it.
Down here, I'm ready to work and prove that I could lose weight.
Seriously, it's the tone of shock mixed with minor disgust that just cuts right through you.
Finally made it to Houston.
I'm tired, nervous, happy, and scared. I'm kind of scared to see the scale myself.
Are you ready?
Oh, new guy.
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Patrick's not looking forward to seeing the number on Dr. Now's scale, and I'll be honest, I can't blame him one bit.
I think I'm over 600 pounds, but I haven't weighed myself in a few years.
Okay, your weight is 657.
Try getting close to 7, buddy. I don't want to say it sneaks up on you, but like, there's no way to tell. You get to a certain point, you're just like, F it. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to keep eating, and we'll see where we go. You kind of give up in a sense. And when you're ready to like do something about it, you go to the weight loss surgeon or you start at home on your own. But almost nobody starts at home on their own. They go to the surgeon first.
Yeah, you're over 600 pounds and by quite a good margin.
That's a little bit of a shock, to be honest with you. That's higher than I was expecting.
Well, hopefully the shock of the number can help him start losing weight, but we know that Dr. Now's gonna have some words before he goes on his merry way.
According to your chart, you have multiple medical issues, I see, like diabetes.
Yes.
Are those varicose veins? I thought they were tattoos. Oh my, his legs look like mad painful.
And the sleep apnea.
Yes.
So your body is clearly heading to a breaking point soon. How is your mobility?
I can get around them.
Because with how your body is doing, if you lose your mobility, then that is likely gonna be it for you.
So Patrick has more medical issues beyond his weight, and his limited mobility is basically the only thing keeping him alive. No matter how you slice it, he desperately needs to lose the weight.
You're 42 and you've been diabetic for 5-6 years and you're eating candy. You remind me the guy came in and said, my head hurt when I hit it with baseball bat.
Well, I've never heard it.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of hurting yourself over and over, but it's people just give up at a certain point. Dr. Now knows it. He's seen this a time or two, so I'm sure this is nothing new.
Put that way before, but you know what? That's really the perfect analogy.
The goal I'm gonna give you to prove to me that you're serious is to lose 100 pounds in 2 months. It is gonna be a very easy thing to do if you follow the diet.
So there's the ultimatum. Can Patrick hit himself in the head with the proverbial baseball bat?
So I called Dr. Now's office to ask for an extra month. Dr. Now gave me the extra month, but he fined me an extra 30 pounds as a kind of a penalty.
Dr. Now ain't playing that shit. You got taxes, my man. Oh, man, I love Dr. Now. He's so no nonsense. I love it. The man's like the perfect surgeon to keep you on track.
For taking too long. So instead of 100 pounds in 2 months, it became 130 pounds in 3 months. And that just seems kind of impossible.
That type of tone is never a good sign, but maybe Patrick's just a negative guy.
I feel like that should be a victory for me because I lost a lot of weight.
Not really, my man. At 40 pounds, your leg doesn't look as swollen right now. That's all fluid. He probably had 30 pounds of fluid in his leg, to keep it real.
I don't think Dr. Now's gonna say I can move ahead with anything.
Look, I'm not gonna say losing 40 pounds is nothing, but it's a far, far cry from the 130 he was supposed to lose.
You lost some weight and you're off to a decent start, but you're still far from the goal I gave you. And on top of that, it's been 3 months, so you have been losing 13 to 14 pounds a month, which is not a lot.
Dr. Now started positive, but it did not take long for him to tell Patrick that he needs to try a heck of a lot harder.
The way that you're living with your weight right now, you're rolling the dice that any day something happens, that will be too much for your body. It will be the final straw, and then next thing you know, you won't pull through.
Wow, way to make sure there is no gray area here. Even without the 40 pounds, Dr. Now is basically telling Patrick that he is one wrong step away from landing in an early grave.
He's got diabetes, all these other health issues, sleep apnea. He's not just rolling the dice. Like I like to say, playing tag with the Grim Reaper. And you can't really run at that size, so it's not a fun game, and I don't recommend it. So he definitely needs to get himself on track.
We headed to Dr. Now's for my first appointment. I'm a little worried that we won't get along because I don't like being told what to do. And if I don't mesh with his manner, it's really gonna be hard to handle.
Oh boy, Sarita doesn't like being bossed around, and Dr. Now has a very specific way of handling his patients, so I could see this going sideways really fast. That is a big number, and just look at her face. Sarita was not expecting to see that.
That's 2 pounds less than I was, but she's also pretty mobile, I would say. I don't know if that's because her house was full of roaches from the clip I saw. Maybe she had to get up and keep whacking them, but yeah, she's doing some kind of physical activity. Or maybe Buddy behind her is helping her make the beast with 2 backs. I don't know what they're doing.
It was horrible. I couldn't believe I had gained that damn weight. Everything's worse than I thought. So whatever Dr. Now asks me to do, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, well, that's a good attitude to have. She understands just how bad her condition is, so maybe these two won't butt heads too much.
So you're 31 years old and you're just...
Damn, but them pants are so tight I can see her damn tonsils. Let's just keep it real. Spandex is not your friend at 600 pounds.
Over 600, huh?
Yes.
So at your height, that puts your BMI over 100, which is very dangerous.
A BMI over 100? Yeah, this is serious.
So you have a cycle of going to food for comfort and eating what you know you shouldn't and regretting it, but still not changing any of your habits.
I'm going to put that in comparison for a second. My BMI was 73.8, and I was 2 pounds heavier than her, so she's not very tall.
It's so hard sometimes. It's a challenge for me sometimes.
It doesn't take long for Dr. Now to get to the root of Sarita's eating problems, and Sarita is aware that her habits are actively killing her.
So he doesn't want to argue with you to let you eat? Or, that's not being an enabler. That's
an enabler.
She gonna clock him over the head with some Tostino's pizza rolls if he tries to mess with her too much.
Bullying him to feed you, and you call that the enabler.
I do not bully him.
So what does he have to say about that? Am I right?
Dr. Now is just full of jokes. You know he's feeling good here, and what a playful way to point out that Sarita is just as responsible for her husband's actions as he is.
We're back in Houston again to see Dr. Now. The past few months have been pretty hard, but I know I've made progress.
2 months later, it's time to see if Sarita has actually put in the work
I didn't know you could do water twerking. That's probably a hell of a good workout.
to change her life.
Son of a pizza roll.
12 pounds in 2 months? That's not good at all.
You have only lost 12 pounds, which is 6 pounds a month, which is not very much. So what happened to the diet instruction we gave you? Did you read those papers?
She could have took X-Lax before she went there, and she would have hit that.
I did.
Yep, Dr. Now is not pleased.
You know, the normal weight for your height is 140 pounds.
Is it?
Yes, 140 pounds. You're not double of that. You're almost 4.5 times that.
Yeah, when you put it like that, 12 pounds in 2 months is not good at all, and that message seems to be getting home to Sarita.
You're 591. So how long your body is going to tolerate all that extra weight that you're putting on there? Wow. And this is your life, and you know you're not going to live longer like that if you keep all that weight on you. But
I mean, she needs to hear all that. It's hard to hear. You don't want to hear it. But all that stuff's going to be good for her in the long run. That's why I like Dr. Now. He's going to tell you how it is. He's not going to sugarcoat it. You're not just going to sit there and bulldoze him and tell him all the excuses that you've told yourself. Like, sometimes it's good to hear these things. And she obviously needs to, because she just went home, kept on rocking out, doing what she was doing. You saw her sitting in bed with pizza rolls and all that other stuff. So she obviously is hard-headed.
But right now, you're killing yourself with food, and you don't seem to get that. And I'm not sure your family is getting that too.
Sarita needs to wipe her eyes, but even that won't stop Dr. Now from just laying into her, and once again, his actions are completely justified here. Sarita clearly didn't take this seriously enough. Well, that's all we have for this time. This is just one...
Also, Buddy next to her looks stoned as hell if you go back. But sometimes it's good to hear that stuff. It's always easier to start out than to keep going. I'm finding that it's harder at this point, like into my weight loss, to keep losing weight. I'm losing like 5 pounds a month at this point. It's slowed up a lot, but I'm still slowly moving forward. I'm 300 pounds down from starting at 605, so slowly working. Keep grinding, keep grinding. Take the small victories, keep working, moving your way forward. I'm surprised Dr. Now ain't sick of the world at this point, because he's had so many people come in there and lie to him that I just figured he'd be done with the show. But the man clearly loves what he does. He gets to help people and help people that are in like dire situations. This is not a game. Like, you get that big, it's life or death. Nobody's playing with you, and nobody's going to sit there and take your excuses anymore, especially not a surgeon. But alright guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.